Hi, and welcome to Wandering Soul Yoga with Sarah. Today we are getting into neck and shoulder tension. I don't know about you, but sometimes you end a day and your shoulders are up to here and you just feel stiff. And so if that's what you're experiencing right now, this is the perfect flow for you. So whenever you're ready, get into your comfiest clothes and join me on the mat. We'll begin in a cross-legged seat. I'd also welcome you if you'd like. You could sit up on a block and sit in Virasana, hero's pose. But this is really gentle on the knees. You could even sit up on a blanket. Really whatever you'd like. Your props are your tools in your practice, so I invite you to use any and all of them that will serve you. We'll begin by closing the eyes. Or maybe if that's not comfortable for you today, just having a gentle gaze to the top of your mat. Bring attention to your breath. Noticing any sounds that might be in your vicinity, any smells. Feeling the weight of the body pressing down into the mat or to the floor. And noticing the contact of maybe the hands as they rest on the thighs. Feeling the breath, noticing, is it living in the belly? Are you feeling it expand more up into the ribs? And without changing the breath, just bring attention to where it lives in the body, and by extension, how the body's feeling today. Honor what you're bringing into practice, what you're bringing onto the mat. And then allow yourself to just be here on your mat. We'll take one cycle of breath together. Start by exhaling all of your air. When you've emptied the lungs, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose. If the eyes were closed, gently open them. And with your next inhale, draw your shoulders up to the ears, back together. Draw them together on the spine, and then down. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Again, inhaling, shoulders up. Exhaling, draw the shoulder blades together along the spine. Maybe you've noticed you've sat maybe a little taller in this position, or if you're noticing you'd like to have a little extra support, just sitting up on that blanket, sitting up on the block. Great options. From here, left ear draws to left shoulder. You could stay here. This is great. We're going to do some gentle neck rolls. Another option is to extend the right arm out long, just tenting up onto the fingertips. Really breathing into any tension you're feeling in the side of your neck. With each inhale, you send the breath to that tight area. And exhaling, releasing. Maybe you notice that the head sinks a little closer to the left shoulder, or maybe nothing changes. You're just sending that healing breath, healing energy to the neck. But notice, make sure that that left shoulder isn't reaching up to meet the ear in the process. So if you've noticed that, try drawing the shoulder blade back down like we did to start class. If you'd like another option here, we would take the left hand and just gently rest it on the right side of the head. What we're not doing is we're not pulling down with the left hand. We're just gently resting the hand And allowing the weight of your hand to just encourage the left ear to come gently down towards that left shoulder. Honestly, my left ear has not met my left shoulder since I was probably 7 years old, but this feels really great. One more inhale here. And exhale. If you have the left hand on the head, gently release. And then inhale back through center. Noticing if you're feeling a difference in either side of the neck. We'll move towards center. Inhale here, lengthening through the crown of the head. Hands can stay tented out if you like, or you can bring hands to thighs. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. And breathe. Noticing, sending that inhale in between the shoulder blades to the back of the neck. Exhale, release. Noticing if you've rounded in the shoulders and then drawing the shoulder blades gently closer together on the back so they really cement on the back and really aren't rounding you forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Allow yourself to really sink into this posture, feeling the weight of the head, the weight of the body on the mat. I'm not having you take your hands behind the head to draw the head forward because this is really intense enough as it is. And I don't know about you, but for me, my bun is very heavy and weighs down my head just fine. One more inhale here. Exhale. And with your next inhale, drawing your head back through center. We'll do the left side. Inhale here. Exhale, right ear moves towards right shoulder. And noticing here if you moved your body along with, and if you did, just gently bringing your torso back up through center. This movement is really focused and centered in on the neck, and we're really isolating the neck muscles here. Same options are here as before. You can stay here and just inhale. Send love, send healing energy into the left side of your neck. Exhale, release. Option 2, to extend your left fingertips out to the left, tenting up on those fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Noticing you're still stacking shoulders on top of hips. Shoulder blades drawing back and away from the ears. Final offering here is to take the right hand, gently place it on the left side of your head. Again, we're not drawing down, we're not pulling the body. Forcing anything in the neck will really just eventually cause you injury, which is not what we want. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. One more round of breath here. Inhale. Exhale. If you had the right hand on the head, gently release it. Inhaling back through center. Neck rolls. You might have noticed we didn't take the head back. One thing that's super easy to do when taking the head behind and up is to really crunch into the neck. Just the weight of the whole head can just fall backwards. So really what we're focusing on is this semicircle here. We get a great stretch in the neck, but we don't risk the same injury that we might by just letting the head fall backwards. We'll get to a really great chest opener that will open up into the throat, open up into the chest later in class, so don't worry. Make your way onto all fours, tabletop. Untuck the toes, or unless you would feel like you'd like the stability, you can tuck them, either way. Inhaling, belly drops, gaze lifts, cow. Exhaling, cat. Inhale, cow. Hands press into the mat, press into all 10 fingers. Exhale, cat. Moving through just 3 more cat-cows with your own breath, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe even moving into the side body if that would feel good. Just checking in with your body, checking in with what would feel good for you today. And just move in any way that feels good for you. Eventually coming back into a neutral spine. We're going to inhale, reach that right hand up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle. You can stay here if that would feel good, or lowering on to the right shoulder, maybe coming up onto the left fingertips, like we tented them before. If this feels great on the right shoulder and you'd like to deepen into the posture, you can walk the left hand out long. If you get here and just the feeling isn't what you're looking for today, walk the hand back, coming back into tabletop. But if not, breathing in to the right shoulder, breathing and opening up into the left shoulder as you twist. If you have the hand extended out long, walking the hand back, pressing in, inhale, right arm extends back up to the ceiling, and exhale. Hands reach the mat. Inhale, left arm extends, opening up, twisting, opening the chest to the left. Exhaling, thread the needle. So if you've noticed, if you look at the video, you'll see I'm really high up here, and I'm just reaching that left hand gently through. So option stay here, or lowering on to the left shoulder. Making sure that your hips are over your knees. If you'd like to tuck the toes here, if that would feel better, feel free. It might give you more sense of stability. Option, just tent the right fingertips or walk them out long, staying up tented, twisting, gently opening to the right. With your inhale, sending air and energy into any areas of tension here. Exhaling. Once we're inhaling, maybe sending air, sending breath into that left shoulder or low back. Exhale. Walking the right hand back towards the body if it was extended. Pressing up. Inhale. Left arm reaches. And exhale. Option to move through just a few more cat-cows here. Or scooch the knees a little further back. So now you're probably way far back of the wrists. We're moving into puppy posture. You can have a block handy if you'd like for the head, for the forehead. I'll demonstrate with a prop to start. So from here, we want to keep our hips over our knees, just like we did in thread the needle. You'll walk the hands out, maybe adjust the knees back, adjust the block as needed so your forehead meets it. Pressing into all your fingers, coming up on the toes if that would feel good. If you find that the block isn't serving you today, you can move it out of the way. Maybe move the knees slightly further back and then lowering down. Maybe forehead meets the mat or blanket. With your inhale, sending breath in between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release. Inhale, noticing if you have any other areas of tension here. Inhale, send your breath to that area of the body. And exhale. With your next inhale, making your way back up through tabletop. And then crossing the ankles, rolling back onto your seat. Left leg extends long. Reach for the right foot with your hands. So, this is prep for a pose called compass. We won't be moving that into that pose today, but it's a really great stretch. We're getting into the hips here, so taking a little break from our shoulders and just having some fun. Hear me out. Yoga should be fun. If you'd like, you can play around with drawing the left knee to the right shoulder, extending the left leg or the right leg long, keeping the left leg engaged and left foot flexed. If really just kind of extending, keeping that right knee bent, and then drawing the right knee towards the outside of the right shoulder. If that's where you are today, great stretch. If you'd like, just keep extending, noticing that the shoulder blades should stay kind of drawn together on the back. So if you find yourself rounding here, you know you've kind of reached your limit for today. So from whatever play you've been doing, as you've just been playing with this posture, eventually drawing the right foot to the inner left thigh, Janu Shirshasana. It looks like the legs are in tree. So if you were to imagine standing, you'd have your right foot on the inner left thigh, right knee is out, just let it gently fall out to the side. Left foot flexed, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, folding over that left leg, any amount. Gaze can be to the top of the mat or to your toes. Maybe wiggle your toes. Hello, toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Maybe you sink a little deeper into the posture. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hands can be to either side of the leg, or maybe they reach for your left foot. Maybe just one reaches for the foot and one plants on the mat, really solidifying you here, grounding you here. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do one more inhale. And exhale. Your next inhale brings you back up to seated. Right foot plants. Maybe have a fist width different distance in between your foot and your left thigh. You can draw any amount close to your body. So maybe the heel is like right up to the sits bones, or maybe it's a bit more of a gentle bend and your foot's closer to your knee. Really meet yourself where you are on the mat. So much of the practice of yoga, beyond asana, the physical practice, is a sense of non-violence. It's one of the 8 limbs of yoga. Asana is one, practice is one. And that really in turn can be non-violence towards yourself and just meeting yourself where you are and loving this version of you right here, right now on the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twisting any amount maybe wrapping that left elbow around your right knee. Right fingertips can come behind the body, tenting up. Keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Noticing any new areas of tension you might be noticing. Inhale, sending that healing energy to those areas. Exhale, twist. You'll likely notice a shift in where the breath lives, or maybe where it feels more constricted or constrained here. Inhaling into that, breathing into that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhaling back to center. Right leg long. Left leg in, reaching around the foot with your hands, and I invite you to play. So maybe drawing your knee into your shoulder and extending the leg long. Maybe just playing around, drawing in. It's like elbow grease into your hip sockets. Seeing what your body needs here and doing that. Like for me, that's the foundation of my personal practice of when I get on my mat with no agenda, not watching a video, not planning for classes. It's just, you ask yourself, what do I need right now? Your body will tell you. Gently setting the left foot down, planting left foot into right thigh, left knee opens out, maybe, and I didn't offer this on the side, but if you have your block handy, if you'd like a little extra support here, it could feel good to have the block under the left knee. Right foot flexed, inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, exhale, folding any amount over that right leg. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the hands reach for the foot. Maybe they stay on either side of the leg. Just noticing whichever you choose, that you've maintained that length in the spine, that you don't feel yourself rounding into the pose here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. With your next inhale, making your way back up to a comfortable seat. Left foot plants. You can draw again that heel anywhere into the body. So maybe it's right up by the sits bone, maybe it's further out. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting. Maybe wrapping the right elbow around the left knee. Keeping the flexion in the right foot. Tent on your back fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Again, noticing where the breath lives here in this twist. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Once more, inhale. Exhale. With your next inhale, coming back through to center. Grab your block. If you'd like, I invite you just to lay down and move into Shavasana. But if you're feeling like you'd like to explore into a chest opener, we're going to move into fish. So take your block at your lowest height. For some context, this is lowest, second lowest, tallest. So we're going lowest height. If you have maybe a couple pillows, that would work here instead. We're going to be putting our shoulder blades on the block. So to start, this really is a whole process of just trying it out. adjusting the block as needed. So lying down onto the block, noticing, are your shoulder blades glued on the back? The block should really be closer to the lower half of your shoulder blades, maybe even onto the back slightly, rather than up above the shoulders here. And once you're here, gently allow the head to fall towards the mat. If you find that your head is not reaching the mat, sit up, grab a blanket, put that underneath the head. You're already probably feeling here an opening in the throat, an opening in the chest. Arms are wide, palms face upwards. You can keep the bend in the knees if that would feel best for your low back, or extend your legs long. Essentially, we've moved into Shavasana, resting pose, but we've added this gorgeous chest opener in the form of fish. Allow your eyes to close. Inhaling, sending lots of love to your shoulders, to your neck. We've worked a lot in those areas of the body today. Exhale, sinking further into the mat, feeling the weight of gravity pulling you down. At any point, you can remove the block. Just lying down into Shavasana. And we'll just breathe here. Releasing any breath practice you had during our practice today. Noticing where the breath naturally lives here. Maybe it's the belly. Maybe it's the ribs. If you'd like to stay here, pause the video and just breathe and relax into this posture for as long as you'd like. Or begin to wiggle fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. And if you're up on the block, gently moving in a way that you can move yourself off the block. Maybe roll slightly to the side, pushing yourself up. Keeping your eyes closed if that would feel good, or gently gazing at the top of your mat. Join me in a cross-legged seat. Take a moment to acknowledge the benefits of the practice, how you feel now compared to when you started on the mat today. We'll take one final breath together, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Draw hands to the third eye. Bowing in, thank you self. Thank yourself for your time and your practice today. Namaste. Again, thanks for watching Wandering Soul Yoga. We have lots more content for you, so if you love this, like and subscribe and find more content linked below.